What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. Manchester United in action in the Europa League round of 16, second leg up against Real Sociedad at Old Trafford. It's an 8 p.m. kickoff tomorrow, of course. Manager, of course, is Emmanuel Alguacil, and like I mentioned previously in my preview for the other video where we went to the San Sebastian, Emmanuel Alguacil has managed just Real Sociedad B and Real Sociedad, so that's his managerial career. But in terms of some insights for the match, let's take a look at some insights quick time, and then I'll pull them up on the screen for you. So we'll go through some insights. So there have only been 9 goals scored in 7 European meetings between Sociedad and United, with 4 of those coming in the same game by the Red Devils in a 4-0 win in February 2021. 3 of Sociedad's 4 away European games in England have come at Old Trafford against Manchester United, winning 1, drawing 1, losing 1, while their other 6-0 loss at Liverpool in November 1975. Manchester United's only home defeat across their 28 UEFA Europa League matches at Old Trafford was against Real Sociedad in September 2022, unfortunately, and in the knockout stages, Man United were also unbeaten in 15 since losing 3-2 to Marcelo Bielsa's Athletic Club in March 2012. Real Sociedad won their last away game in major European competition, beating FC Midtjylland this season 2-1 in the season's Europa League playoff round. The Spanish side, however, have failed to keep a clean sheet in any of their last 6 away games, conceding 10 goals. And Mikel Oyarzabal's goal in the first leg against Manchester United made him Real Sociedad's all-time leading scorer in major European competition, overtaking Jesus Maria and Jarko Kovacic, I think, who both scored 10. So there's some insights for the match in terms of Real Sociedad, how they like to play. Before we get into that, we'll get into some recent form. So for some recent form for Real Sociedad, they are coming away with a 1-0 loss against Seville at home, unfortunately for them, but they did make a couple of changes as well, with one eye ahead of this tie against United at Old Trafford. And then, of course, before that, they did draw against us 1-1 at the San Sebastian. Before that, they lost to 4-0 to Barcelona, and they also lost to 1-0 to Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey semi-final first leg. So Real Sociedad currently sit in 11th in the league on 34 points. They are a little bit away from the Champions League spots, and I think they could potentially finish 6th from 11th. They're only how many points? 7 points away from 6th place, Real Betis. So yeah, in terms of some team news for Real Sociedad, they've got a couple of players out. Zola, Zakarian, Aramburu, Socic, and Pakeko, I think that's how you say his name, they're all out. But in terms of Real Sociedad starting 11, this is how I think they're going to line up with. Obviously, not Moreno in net. That's the wrong guy in net, but it doesn't matter. Ellis Tondo, Zelbel. I think they're gonna start Moreno. What's his name? I think I forgot his name now. But yeah, the keeper's wrong there, but never mind. Ellis Tondo, Zubeldia, Agued, Monos starting as the back 4. Zubamendi playing in a central defensive midfield position. He has been missing, of course, through injury, but he is hoping to return tomorrow, and he's going to be an influential player for them. Kobo, Torrentes, Mendes, and Baranetska, I think that's how you say his name, I'm not sure. And then Oyarzabal up front. So that's how I think they're going to line up. In terms of how they play, of course, they're going to be in that 4-2-3-1 formation. They're going to use width and movement to their advantage as well. They like to play with width as well, attacking width. The team's attacks are often created from the flanks as well, with fullbacks and wingers playing a key role in providing width and penetrating the defense, exploiting space, of course, dynamic attacks, fluid formation as well. They can also switch from a 4-2-3-1 to a potentially 4-3-3 formation as well. And also, Romero is the goalkeeper that's probably going to start. He has got good ball playing abilities, and they are key to Sociedad's build-up play, helping bait the press and play balls out out to the fullbacks and into midfield as well. So without possession, they are going to press high. I think they're going to be aggressive in their pressing references as well. Each Real Sociedad player has a pressing reference, but they also have confidence and belief that they will succeed as well in the press. Synchronized movement as well, so they are aggressive with their speed of their jumps and cause problems for the opponents as well. So Starman, I think, is going to be Mikel Oyarzabal. He did, of course, score the penalty against Manchester United in the first leg, and he's got 10 goals and 7 assists in all competitions so far this season. So he's going to be the danger man and the star man for Real Sociedad. So in terms of United, let's speak a little bit about United. We are coming away with a 1-1 draw against Arsenal, which was a little bit of a disappointing result in the Premier League, simply because I think that we did have enough chances to win the game, and we did beat them on XG as well. Even though Arsenal did have more possession, we probably had the bet, just edging it, just the better of the chances, and I think we should have won that game, to be honest. Like, we should have won the game against Sociedad as well. We had a couple of chances on the break that we weren't. Our ability in the final third is lacking. So yeah, hopefully we can show some more quality in the final third this match and get through into the next round. So in terms of injuries for United, Bayinde, Evans, Martinez, Shaw, Mainu, Mount, Collier and Diallo are all out. Mount has returned to training, but I don't think he's going to feature in the matchday squad. And yeah. Who else is out? I think Euro is out as well, so he's not going to be featuring. Manuel Ugarte is hopefully going to be back in the squad, and I don't think he's going to actually feature in the starting 11, but who knows, Ruben Amorim could actually start him, because Casemiro has started the previous 2 games in a row. He started against Arsenal, played full 90 minutes, and then he started against Real Sociedad as well. I'm not sure how many minutes he played against Sociedad, but he started against Sociedad and he started against Arsenal as well. So I have got him in my starting 11. We'll have a look at that right now. So this is my starting 11 for United. Obviously, Onan, Renette, De Ligt, Lindelof and Mazraoui making up the back 3. Lindelof is coming into playing a little bit of a part this season. You know, he's been out because he's been out with injury, I think, and also we have had a couple of defenders, you know, filling up them centre-back positions, so he's not really featured, but he has come into his own so far in the previous game, so he's looking alright. Hopefully that back 3 can kind of stop Sociedad and keep him contained. Dalot, Casemiro, Fernandes and Dogu. Dogu, of course, is suspended. Dogu is, of course, suspended domestically, but I'm hoping to see he's going to be back in the starting 11 against Sociedad because he is suspended domestically. Fernandes and Casemiro. For Bruno Fernandes, let's speak a little bit about him. I think he's been performing really well in this deeper role, and hopefully he is influential for us in this match as well. Casemiro, I've got him in there simply because I don't think Ugarte, I think it's a little bit too early for him to start, so I have not got Ugarte starting. I've got Casemiro in there. He's been performing well, it has to be said. He was decent against Arsenal, he was decent against Sociedad as well, cleaning up, and I think he won a lot of duels against Arsenal as well. So yeah, Diego Dalot at the right midfield position, or the right wing back position. I think Diego Dalot needs to improve a lot going forward. He is a little bit lacking in that regard. And then the front 3, of course, Garnacho, Xerxes and Højlund. They're basically all our strikers that we have right now. You know, had we known that Ahmad was going to get an injury and he would have been out for the season, I personally wouldn't have let Rashford go out on loan. I would have kept him. But you know, if he was not committed to the cause in terms of playing for the badge and playing for the club and stuff, then of course the right thing is for him, you know, to let him go. But in terms of United's front 3, we've lacked quality in the final third all season, let's be honest now. You know, I think defensively for them, I know we sit in 14th in the Premier League, but I think defensively we have looked better than going forward, you know. There was a point in time at the start of the season where Onana was actually leading in clean sheets, so I think defensively, you know, we have been okay. But of course going forward, we've lacked the goals. We sincerely lack a lot of goals, a lot of creative movement that we're lacking, and if Bruno Fernandes doesn't perform, then basically the whole team doesn't perform, and it's just really annoying to see us going forward and not create as many chances as we should be creating. But yeah, that's the front 3, Garnacho, Xerxes and Højlund. Hopefully they can produce the goods, and hopefully we can get past Real Sociedad. Otherwise our season is basically going to be over in March, and then you've got April, May, June, July, August. That's 5 months until the Premier League season kicks off, and that's going to be a long 5 months, because if we do go out to Sociedad tomorrow, then the season is practically over. We're playing for nothing. We're not going to get relegated, thankfully, because there are teams below us that are really, really bad, and we're bad, of course, in the Premier League, but there are teams that are worse than us, so we're not going to get relegated, and it's going to be a long 5 months until August comes around, until the start of the next season. So yeah, star man for United, of course, I'm going to have to go with Bruno Fernandes yet again. He creates the most chances for United, and Man United rely on him the most. So yeah, how do you beat Sociedad? Of course, exploiting the high back line if they do play with the high back line. I think pace, power, strength, unpredictability, like I mentioned before. Using the three centre-backs to build up, bait in the press, because I do think they're going to press us high. They pressed us high at the San Sebastian in Spain, so I think they're going to press us high again. I think they're going to come. I think they're going to fancy their chances at Old Trafford, simply because United haven't been performing well at Old Trafford. It's not been a fortress whatsoever this season and in previous seasons as well. Careful on the set pieces. They could be dangerous on them. Winning the second balls as well. Wing backs going to have to be offensive going forward as well. Dogu as well. I think he could be key in exploiting some space down that left hand side if he does get in some space. So scoring early is going to help us as well. And so yeah. Another thing that I wanted to mention before I ended this video, of course, everyone's heard the news about the new stadium kind of kicking off, and plans for the new stadium. Me personally, I'm gonna have to say that even though I am all for a new stadium, I'll be honest, the timing of it is a little bit wrong, because we have a crucial Premier League, we have a crucial tie in the Europa League tomorrow, and also we sit 14th in the Premier League. Premier League title every year for me beats a new stadium any day of the week, and like I said, we're 14th, crucial Europa League tie coming up, and we have news of a new stadium, and on top of that, the club has no money. I do agree that there needs to be life around the stadium, and we need a brand new stadium, of course, because Old Trafford is basically leaking and coming down, and but the timing of it, in my opinion, is just wrong. Like, we could have waited until the end of the season or whatever, but it's more important we improve on the pitch than get a new stadium. That's just my opinion. I'm all for a new stadium, but I think the timing of it is just completely wrong, and I don't understand where they're going to get the funds to fund this new stadium. But yeah, anyway, that's it for the stadium rant or whatever. The stadium does look quite impressive with the pictures that we've seen and stuff, but like I said, the timing of it is just really, really wrong in my opinion. And yeah, I'm all for a new stadium, like I said, but we should be concentrating on Real Sociedad. And this Jim Radcliffe interview that's come out, wrong timing again for me as well. We're in the middle of the season. We've had a really, really poor season. We're 14th in the league, and I think the club owners and I think the club in general are just kind of deflecting right now to kind of save themselves, so that giving fans a false hope and narrative in terms of to kind of basically forget about how the season has gone. But yeah, anyway, that's just my opinion on regards to new stadium. Like I said, I'm all for a new stadium. I'm all for a new stadium, but the timing of it is just completely wrong. But yeah, hopefully, let's get back into the preview, and we'll wrap it up in terms of my score prediction. I do think that Man United are going to win. Hopefully, we do come away with the win. I'm predicting a 2-1 Manchester United win. Bruno, Højlund, and Orazabal to get the goals. And yeah, hopefully we do get the win, and hopefully we do go into the next round of the Europa League. Because if we don't, our season is basically over, and it's going to be a long 5 months until August, until the start of the next season. Anyway, if you enjoyed this preview, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you after the match.